1. Orsino, Curio, and other lords enter with musicians playing them.
If it's true that music makes people more in love, keep playing. Give me too much of it, so I'll get sick of it and stop loving. Play that part again. It sounded sad. Oh, it sounded like a sweet breeze blowing gently over a bank of violets, taking their scent with it. That's enough. Stop. It doesn't sound as sweet as it did before. Oh, love is so restless. It makes you want everything, but it makes you sick of the things a minute later, no matter how good they are. Love is so vivid and fantastical that nothing compares to it.
Do you want to go hunting, my lord?
Hunting what, Curio?
The heart.
That's what I'm doing, only it's my heart that's being hunted. When I first saw Olivia, it seemed like she made the air around her sweeter and purer. In that instant, she transformed into a heart, and my desire for her has hounded me like a pack of vicious dogs.
Valentine enters.
Oh, how now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but I'm sorry, but they wouldn't let me in. But I got the following answer from her handmaid. Olivia's not going to show her face for the next 7 years, not even to the sky itself. Instead, she'll go around veiled like a nun, and once a day she'll water her room with tears. She's doing this out of love for her dead brother, whom she wants to keep fresh in her memory forever.
Oh, if she loves her brother this much, think of how she'll love me when I finally win her over and make her forget all her other attachments. Her mind and heart will be ruled by one man alone. Me! Take me to the garden. I need a beautiful place to sit and think about love.
They exit. Act 1, Scene 2. Viola, a captain, and sailors enter.
What country is this, friend?
This is Illyria, lady.
What am I supposed to do in Illyria? My brother is in heaven, or maybe there's a chance he didn't drown. What do you think, sailors?
It was a total fluke that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother, but maybe some fluke he was safe too.
It's possible, ma'am. Don't give up yet. When our ship was wrecked and you and a few other survivors were clinging onto our lifeboat, I saw your brother tie himself to a big mast floating in the sea. He was acting resourcefully and courageously in a dangerous situation. For as long as I could see him, he stayed back afloat on the waves like no Aryan on the dolphin's back.
Thank you for saying that. Here's some money to express my gratitude. Since I survived, it's easier for me to imagine he survived too. And what you say gives me a reason to hope for the best. Do you know this area we're in?
Yes, ma'am. I know it well. I was born and raised less than 3 hours from here.
Who's the ruler here?
A duke who is noble in name and character.
What's his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I heard my father mention him. When I first heard about him, he was still a bachelor.
He's still a bachelor, or at least he was a month ago, when I left. But there was a rumor, you know. People always gossip about royalty, that he was in love with the beautiful Olivia.
Who's she?
A virtuous young woman, the daughter of a count who died last year. Her brother had custody of her for a while, but then he died too. They say he's totally sworn off men now, in memory of her brother.
I wish I could work for that lady. It would be a good way to hide from the world until the time was right to identify myself.
That would be hard to do. She won't allow anyone in to see her, not even the Duke's messengers.
You seem to be a good person, Captain, although people who look beautiful are often corrupt inside. I believe that you have a beautiful mind to go with your good looks and manners. Please, and I'll pay you plenty for this. Help me conceal my identity. Help me find the right disguise so I can look the way I want. I want to be the Duke's servant. You'll introduce me with him as Udunch. Won't be wasting your time because I can really sing and talk to him about many different kinds of music. He'll be happy to have me in his service. Only time will tell what happens after that. Just please keep quiet about what I'm trying to do.
I won't say a word. You can be Anchin. What?
It's a eunuch.
Eunuch. But I'll be mute. I swear on my life I won't tell your secret.
Thank you. Show me the way.
They exit. Act 1, Scene 3. Sir Toby Belch and Maria enter.
What's wrong with my niece? Why is she reacting so strangely to her brother's death? Grief is bad for people's health.
For God's sake, Sir Toby, you've got to come home early at night. My lady Olivia, your niece, disapproves of your late night partying.
Well, she can get used to it.
Yes, but you need to keep yourself within the limit of order and decency.
Keep myself? The only thing I'm keeping myself in it is the clothes I'm wearing. They're good enough to drink in, and so are these boots. If they aren't, they can go hang themselves by their own laces.
You're going to destroy yourself with all this drinking. Lady Olivia said so yesterday. She also mentioned some stupid knight you brought in one night as a possible husband for her.
Who? Sir Andrew Aguchi?
Yes, that's the one.
He's as tall as a man in Lyra.
What does his height have to do with anything?
Why, he has an income of 3,000 ducats a year.
I bet he'll spend his whole inheritance in a year. He's a fool spendthrift.
You shouldn't talk about him like that. He plays the violin and speaks 3 or 4 languages word for word without a dictionary. He has a nature's best gifts.
Right, he's a natural born idiot. Besides being a fool, he's argumentative. If he didn't have the coward's gift for backing down from a fight, they said he'd be dead by now.
Anyone who says that is a lying piece of garbage. Who said that?
The same people who says he gets drunk with you every night.
We only drink toast to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's a hole in my throat and booze in my ear. Anyone who refuses to drink to my niece until his brain spins around like a merry-go-round is scum. But speak of the devil. Here comes Sir Andrew.
Sir Andrew enters.
Sir Toby Belch. How are you, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
And hello to you, my little wrench.
Hello, sir.
Chatter up, Sir Andrew.
Yes. Chatter up, Sir Andrew, chatter up.
What?
This is my niece's maid.
My dear Miss Chatterup, I look forward to getting to know you better.
My name is Mary, sir.
Miss Mary Chatterup.
No, you got it wrong. When I said chatter up, I wasn't saying her name. I was telling you to go after her, woo her, confront her.
Good heavens, I'd never do that with people watching. Is that really what you meant?
Goodbye, gentlemen.
She's leaving. If you let her go this easy, Sir Andrew, you don't deserve to even ever use your sword again.
If you leave like this, my dear, I won't ever use my sword again. I'm not just talking nonsense to you. I mean everything I say. Do you think you've got a couple of fools on your hands here?
I'm not holding your hand, sir.
But you will. Here's my hand.
A girl's got a right to her opinions. Take your hand to a bar and put a drink in it.
Why, sweetheart? Is there a hidden meaning in this?
You're not holding a glass. Your hand is dry, sir.
Well, I hope so. I'm not such an idiot that I can't keep my hands dry. But I don't get it. What's the joke?
Got a bit of a dry humor, sir.
Are you always so funny?
Yes, I've got a handful of jokes, but oops, when I let go of your hand, I let go of the biggest joke of all.
Maria exits.
Sir, you need a drink. Has anyone ever put you down like that?
Never. I've only been that far down when I've drunk myself under the table. Sometimes I think I'm no smarter than average. I eat a lot of red meat, and maybe that makes me stupid.
Absolutely.
If I really believed that, I'd give up red meat totally. By the way, I'm going home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my friend?
What does pourquoi mean? Does it mean I will or I won't? Oh, I wish I'd spent as much time learning languages as I spent on fencing, dancing, and bear baiting. If only I'd taken school more seriously.
You'd have a great hairstyle if you had.
Why? Would that have fixed my hair?
Oh, no stupid question. Or no question, it would style itself.
But my hair looks good anyways, doesn't it?
looks great. It hangs like an old worn out mop. Some woman should give you syphilis if you go bald.
Listen, I'm going home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece is refusing to see anyone, and even if she saw me, 10 to 1 she'd want nothing to do with me. That duke who lives nearby is courting her.
She's not interested in the Duke. She doesn't want to marry anyone of higher social ranking than her, or anyone richer, older, or smarter. I've heard her say that, so cheer up. There's still hope for you, man.
All right, I'll stay another month. I'm an odd kind of guy. Sometimes all I want to do is see plays and go out dancing.
Are you good at those kinds of things?
Yes, as good as any man in the area, except for the ones who are better at it than I am. I'm not as good as someone who's been dancing for years.
How good are you at those fast dances?
Believe me, I can cut a caper.
And can you cut some meat to go down with your capers?
And I can do that fancy backward step as well as any man in area.
Why do you hide these things? Why do you keep these talents behind a curtain? Are they likely to go get dusty? Why don't you go off to church dancing one way and come home dancing another way? If I had your talents, I'd be dancing a jig every time I walk down the street. I wouldn't even pee without dancing a waltz. What are you thinking? Is this the kind of world where we hide our accomplishments? You're a born dancer. Look how shapely your legs are.
That's true. They're strong and they look pretty good in brown tights. Should we throw a little dance party?
Why not? Weren't we both under Taurus?
Taurus? That governs the torso and heart, doesn't it?
No, the legs and thighs. Let me see if you dance. Ha! Higher. Ha! Ha! Excellent!
They exit. Act 1, Scene 4. Valentine enters with Viola, who is dressed as a young man named
Cesario.
Cesario.
Yep.
If the Duke keeps treating you so well, Cesario, you'll go far. He's only known you for 3 days, but he's already treating you like a close friend.
When you wonder whether he'll keep treating me well, it makes me think his mood might change, or else I'll mess up somehow. Does this feeling toward people change suddenly?
No, not at all.
Thanks for telling me. Here comes the Duke now.
Orsino, Curio, and attendants enter.
Has anyone seen Cesario?
I'm right here, my lord, at your service.
We'll need some privacy for a little while. Cesario, I want a word with you. You know everything about me. I've told you all the secrets of my soul, so please go to her house. If they don't let you in, plant yourself outside her door and tell them you won't leave until they let you see her.
But my lord, I'll share that she is, as suppressive people say, she'll never let me in.
Be loud and obnoxious, whatever it takes. Just get the job done.
Well, alright. But say hypothetically that I do get a chance to speak with her, my lord. What do I do then?
Tell her how passionately I love her. Overwhelm her with examples of how faithful I am. The best thing would to act out my feelings for her. She'll pay more attention to a young guy like you than an older, more serious man.
I don't think so, my lord.
My boy, it's true. Anyone who says you're a man must not notice how young you are. Your lips are as smooth and red as the goddess Diana's. Your soft voice is like a young girl's, high and clear, and the rest of you is pretty feminine too. I know you're the right person for this job. 4 or 5 of you go along with him, or you can all go if you like. I'm most comfortable when I'm alone. If you succeed at your assignment, I'll reward you well. My whole fortune will be yours.
I'll do my best to make this lady love you, but what a tough task. I have to go matchmaking for the man I want to marry myself.
They exit. Act 1, Scene 5. Maria and the Fool enter.
No, either tell me where you've been, or I won't make any excuses for you to Lady Olivia. Lady Olivia will have you executed for not showing up.
So let her execute me. Anyone who's executed doesn't have to be afraid of anything he sees.
How do you know?
Well, he'll be dead, so he won't see anything.
That's a lame answer. By the way, I know where you get all your brave talk about not being afraid of anything.
Where, good Miss Mary?
From soldiers, but you'll never see the front lines. It's easy for you to talk about bravery working as a fool in this palace.
Well, we all have our special gifts. Some people are born wise. Those of us who were meant to be fools should do what they do best.
But still, she's going to kill you for being gone so long, or at least fire you. And wouldn't that be as bad as killing you?
Sometimes getting killed is a good way to avoid getting married. And as for being fired, it's summer, so it won't be that bad to be homeless.
You've made up your mind then?
No, but I've made up my mind on 2 points.
Ah, yes, the 2 points where your suspenders are attached to your buttons. If one breaks, the other will hold. If both break, your pants will fall down.
Clever, very clever. Well, go along now. You'd be the funniest person if Sir Toby ever stopped drinking.
Shut up, you troublemaker. No more of that. Here comes my lady. If you know what's good for you, you'll think up some good excuse for being away so long.
Maria exits. Please let me think of something funny to say now. Smart people who think they're witty often turn out to be fools, but I know I'm not witty, so I might pass for smart. What did that philosopher Chronopolis say? Ah, yes. A witty fool is better than a foolish wit.
Olivia enters with Malvolio and attendants.
Greetings to you, madam.
Get that fool out of here.
Didn't you hear her, guys? Get the lady out of here.
Oh, go away. You're a boring fool. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. Besides, you've gotten unreliable.
Madam, those are 2 character flaws that a little booze and some common sense can fix. If you hand a drink to a sober fool, he won't be thirsty anymore. If you tell a bad man to mend his wicked ways, and he does, he won't be bad anymore. If he cannot, let the tailor mend him. Anything that's mended is only patched up. A good person who does something wrong is only patched up with sin. A sinner who does something good is only patched up with goodness. If this logic works, that's great. If not, what can you do about it? Since the only real betrayed husband in the world is the one deserted by Lady Luck, because we're all married to her. Beauty is a flower. The lady gave orders to take away the fool, so I'm telling you again, take her away.
I told them to take you away.
Oh, what a big mistake. Madam, you can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, I may look like a fool, but my mind's sharp. Please let me prove you're a fool.
Can you do that?
Easily, madam.
Then go ahead and prove it.
I'll have to ask you some questions, madam. Please answer, my good little student.
I'm listening to you only because I've got nothing better to do.
My dear madam, why are you in mourning?
My dear fool, because my brother died.
I think his soul's in hell, my lady.
I know his soul's in heaven, fool.
Then you're a fool for being sad that your brother's soul is in heaven. Take away this fool, gentlemen.
What do you think of this fool, Malvolio? Isn't he getting funnier?
Yes, it'll keep getting funnier till he dies. Old age always makes people act funny, even wise people, but fools more than anybody.
I hope you go senile soon, sir, so you can become a more foolish fool. Sir Toby would bet a fortune that I'm not smart, but he wouldn't bet 2 cents that you're not a fool.
What do you say to that, Malvolio?
I'm surprised you enjoy the company of this stupid troublemaker. The other day I saw him defeated in a battle of wits by an ordinary gesture with no more brains than a rock. Look at him. He's at a loss for words already. Unless he's got somebody laughing at him, he can't think of anything to say. I swear, anyone smart who laughs at these coarse gestures is nothing but a gesture's apprentice.
Malvolio, your vanity is damaging your good taste. If you were generous, innocent, and good-natured, you wouldn't get so upset by what the fool says. You think of his wisecracks as harmless little firecrackers, not hurtful bullets. A court jester isn't really criticizing people, even if he does nothing but make fun of them all day long. And a wise person doesn't make fun of people, even if all he does is criticize them.
You speak so highly of fools. I hope the god of deception rewards you by making you a wonderful liar.
Maria enters.
Madame, there's a young gentleman at the gate who really wants to speak to you.
Was he sent by Count Orsino?
I don't know, Madame. He's a good-looking young man, and there's a lot of people with him.
Who's talking to him now?
Sir Toby, Madame, your relative.
Send Toby away, please. He talks nothing but nonsense.
Maria exits.
Go out and talk to this visitor, Malvolio. If he's got a message from the Count, tell him I'm sick. or not home. Tell him anything you want as long as you make him go away.
Malvolio exits.
Now you see how your fooling gets boring and people don't like it.
Madam, you've spoken so highly of us fools. You'd think your oldest son was going into that line of work. I hope God cramps his skull full of brains, because here comes one of your relatives who's pretty weak in the head.
Sir Toby Belch enters.
I swear, he's half drunk already. Who's that at the gate, Uncle?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
There's some gentleman out there. Damn these pickled herrings. They upset my stomach. How's it going, fool?
Good, Sir Toby.
Uncle, how are you already so brain dead so early in the day?
Brain dead? Nonsense. I defy brain dead. I told you someone's at the gate.
Yes, but who is he?
Let him be the devil if he wants to. I don't care. God will protect me. What do I care who it is?
Sir Toby exits.
Tell me what a drunk is like, fool.
He's a fool, a madman, a drowned man. The first drink makes him a fool, the second makes him crazy, and the third drowns him.
Go find the coroner and tell him to perform an inquest on my uncle, because he is in the 3rd degree of drunkenness. He is drowned. Go take care of him.
He's still only in the crazy phase. The fool will go take care of the madam. No, madam.
The fool exits. Malvolio enters.
Madam,
Yeah, good.
that young man out there says he's got to speak with you. I told him you were sick. He claimed he knew that, and that's why he's come to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He claimed to know that already too, and said that reasons he's come to speak with you. What can I say to him, lady? He's got an answer for everything.
Tell him he's not going to speak with me.
I told him that. He says he'll stand at your door like a signpost on a bench until he speaks with you.
What kind of man is he?
Just a man like any other.
But what's he like?
He's very rude. He insists he'll speak with you whether you want him to or not.
What does he look like? How old is he?
Not old enough to be a man, but not young enough to be a boy. He's like a bud before he becomes a pea pod, or like a little green apple before it gets big and ripe. He's somewhere between boy and man. He's very handsome and speaks well, but he's very young. It looks like he just recently stopped breastfeeding.
Show him in. Call in my maid.
Maria, Our Lady wants you.
Malvolio exits. Maria enters.
Give me my veil. Come put it over my face. We're going to hear Orsino's pleas again.
Viola enters, dressed as Cesario, with attendants.
Which one of you is the lady of the house?
You can speak to me. I represent her. What do you want?
What stunning etiquette and unmatched beauty. But please tell me if you're the lady of the house, because I've never seen her. Hate to waste my speech on the wrong person, because it's very well written. I spent a lot of time and energy memorizing it. Beautiful ladies, please don't treat me badly. I'm very sensitive. Even a small bit of rudeness hurts my feelings.
Where do you come from, sir?
I'm sorry, but I memorized what I'm supposed to say here today, and that question isn't part of the speech I learned. Please, my ladies, confirm that you're the lady of the house so I can get on with my speech.
Are you an actor?
No, madam, but I swear I'm not the person I'm playing. Are you the lady of the house?
I am, unless I somehow stole this role.
If you're the lady of the house, then the truth you're stealing your role, because what's yours to give if it's not yours to keep for yourself. But that's not part of what I'm supposed to say. I'll go on with my speech praising you, and then I'll get to the point.
Get to the point now. I'll let you get away with skipping the praise.
That's too bad, because I spent a long time memorizing it, and it's poetic.
That means it's more likely to be fake. Please keep it to yourself. I heard you were rude when you were standing outside my gate, and that's the only reason I let you in. I was curious. But I don't necessarily want to listen to you. If you're just insane, then get out of here. If you're in your right mind, get to the point. I've got no patience for lunacy at this moment, and I don't want to waste my time on ridiculous conversations.
Ready to set sail, sir? The door's right here.
Note this boat stocking here a bit longer, little sailor. My lady, would you mind asking your giant here to back off a bit?
Tell me what you want.
I have a message to deliver.
It must be a message about something horrible, since you deliver it so rudely. Tell me what it's about.
It's about you. I'm not bringing any declaration of war or demanding your cash. I'm coming in peace.
But you began so rudely. Who are you? What do you want?
If I seem rude, it's because of how badly I was treated when I got here. Who am I and what I want are a secret. You're the only one I can share the secret with. It's sacred just for you. It's not for anyone else to hear.
Everyone, please leave us alone for a moment. I've got a sacred secret to hear.
Maria and attendants exit.
Now, sir, what's this holy secret you want to tell me?
Most sweet lady.
Oh, sweet? It sounds like a nice and gentle kind of faith. Where's the passage of Holy Scripture that you're basing your sermon on?
And Orson's heart.
In his heart? In what chapter and verse of his heart?
The table of contents says the first chapter of his heart.
Oh, I've read that. That's not holy, it's hearsay. Do you have anything else to say?
Madame, please let me see your face.
Has your Lord given you any orders to negotiate with my face? I don't think so. You're overstepping your bounds now, but I'll open the curtain and let you see the picture. Look, sir, this is a portrait of me as I am at this particular moment. It's pretty well done, isn't it?
Olivia takes off her veil.
It was done excellently if all nature the way God made it.
Oh, it's all natural, sir. Wind and rain can't wash it off.
That's true beauty. Mother Nature herself painted your skin so white and your lips so red. My lady, you'd be cruelest woman alive if you let your beauty die with you, with no children to inherit your good looks for future generations to enjoy.
Oh, I'd never be that cruel. I'll definitely do as you say and leave my beauty for the rest of the world to enjoy. I'll write out a detailed inventory of my beauty and label every part. For example, item, 2 lips, ordinary red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids on them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so on. Anyway, were you sent here just to tell me that I'm beautiful?
I see what you're like. You're proud, but you still be gorgeous, even if you were as proud as the devil. My Lord loves you. You should return a love as deep as his, even if you're the most beautiful woman in the world.
How does he love me?
He adores you. He cries and groans and sighs.
Your Lord knows what I think. I can't love him. I'm sure he's a very nice man. I know he's noble, rich, young, and with a fine reputation. People say he's generous, well-educated, and brave, and he's very attractive. But I just can't love him. He should have resigned himself to that a long time ago.
If I loved you as passionately as my master does and suffered like he does, your rejection would make no sense to me. I wouldn't understand it.
What would you do about it?
I'd build myself a sad little cabin near your house where my soul imprisoned. From the cabin, I'd call out to my soul. I'd write sad songs and unrequited love and sing them loudly. In the middle of the night, I'd shout your name to the hills and make the air echo your name, Olivia. Oh, you wouldn't be able to go anywhere without feeling sorry for me.
Not bad. You might accomplish something. Who are your parents?
I was born to a higher position than I've got now, but I'm still fairly high ranking. I'm a gentleman.
Go back to your Lord. I can't love him. Tell him not to send any more messengers, unless you feel like coming back to tell me how he took the bad news. Goodbye. Thanks for your trouble. Here's some money for you.
Olivia offers Viola money.
Not a paid messenger, my lady. Keep your money. It's my master who's not getting your word. He deserves not me. I hope you fall in love with a man whose heart is just as hard as a rock and who treats your love like a big joke. You've done. Goodbye, you beautiful, cruel woman.
Viola exits.
Who are your parents? I was born to a higher position than I've got now, but I'm still fairly high-ranking. I'm a gentleman. Yes, I'm sure you are. Your way of talking, your face, your body, your behavior, and your sensitive soul all prove you're a gentleman. Ah, no. Calm down, calm down. If only his Lord were more like him. How strange I'm feeling. Can someone fall in love this quickly? I can feel this young man's perfection creeping in through my eyes like some kind of disease, slowly and invisibly. Oh well, Malvolio, come here.
Malvolio enters.
At your service, madame.
Run after that obnoxious messenger, the Duke's servant. He insisted on leaving this ring with me whether I wanted it or not. Tell him I want nothing to do with it. Ask him not to encourage Orsino or to get his hopes up. I'm not for him. If that young man comes here again tomorrow, I'll tell him why. Hurry, Malvolio.
Madame, I will.
Malvolio exits.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm afraid I'm not using my head, and I'm falling for his good looks. Fate, do your work. We human beings don't control our own destinies. What is fated to happen must happen, so let it happen.
Olivia exits.